All right, so we're diving into agentic AI today. Uh, that AI, it's not just smart, but like really resourceful.
Yeah.
We're looking at this article, Understanding Agentic AI, A Glimpse into the Future of Artificial Intelligence.
Okay.
And it's by Curt Robbins. Now, this guy, he's a senior technical writer. He's worked with some big names like FedEx and Microsoft. So, he's got the knowledge here.
Yeah, what's so interesting about this is that we're already using AI like every single day, but this agentic AI, it's like a totally different thing. This
Yeah.
isn't just like facial recognition or chat GPT.
So no more asking ChatGPT to write a sonnet.
Right, exactly. Like, think about this. A self-managing supply chain, right?
You right?
Let's say a shipment is delayed.
Yeah.
Now, agentic AI, it doesn't just send like an alert. It's going to reroute, find like alternative suppliers, and then adjust production like all on its own to meet that original goal.
Wow.
Or imagine AI diagnosing diseases,
Okay.
and then it tailors your treatments based on your unique genetics, and it's constantly learning as it goes.
That's incredible.
It's huge, yeah.
But that level of autonomy, I mean, doesn't that seem a little unpredictable?
That's the thing. That's what it's designed to be, right?
Yeah.
It's autonomous and goal-oriented. So it's not just like following instructions. It's setting its own goals based on all the information that it has.
Okay.
Let's say you give it a really complex goal, like designing a new type of renewable energy source.
So it's like a super smart assistant that you don't have to hold its hand the whole way.
Exactly. It's going to take that goal, figure out all the steps, adapt to any roadblocks,
Oh, wow.
unexpected stuff,
Yeah.
and then keeps learning from each attempt.
Oh.
So that's a huge EE difference from like the AI that we're used to using.
Right. So how is this different from, let's say, the AI that recommends songs on my Spotify or filters out spam from my inbox?
Okay, so think of it like this. That AI, it's really good at pattern recognition, right?
Yeah.
But it's just within that one domain. Music, this agentic AI, it's designed to be multi-domain. So it's not limited to just like one task or one type of data. It can pull information from a lot of different sources, learn new skills, and then apply all of that to achieve whatever the goal is.
So hold on. So it's not just multitasking. It's like multi-talented. It's learning new things as it goes.
That's where it gets really interesting. Robbins, he points out that the current AI, what we call narrow AI, it works in this structured, predictable world.
Right. Like it's following a recipe.
Exactly. This operates in the messy, unpredictable real world.
Oh, okay.
It has to make decisions with incomplete information and constantly be adjusting its plans.
So it's more like improvising a meal with whatever you've got in your fridge.
Exactly. And the more it does, the better it gets at it. It's using something called reinforcement learning.
Okay.
And that's just like a way for the AI to learn from feedback.
Gotcha.
So think of it like giving a dog a treat when they do a trick, but it's on this like way more complex level.
Okay, so that's starting to make sense to me. But if this AI is setting its own goals, how do we make sure that it doesn't go rogue? Like, what's stopping it from, I don't know, like taking over the world?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? There's actually a ton of research being done right now on something called goal alignment,
Okay.
making sure that, the AI's goals and values match up with ours.
So like building in some kind of ethical guidelines.
Yeah, like making sure that its objectives stay aligned with human intent, even as it's like learning and evolving.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely one of the biggest challenges that comes with this type of AI development.
This is mind-blowing.
Hmm.
But how does this fit in with all the other AI stuff we hear about?
Okay.
Like AGI,
Mm-hmm.
artificial general intelligence, and then there's superintelligence. Are those just like fancy terms for the same thing?
Not quite. Think of it like you're playing a video game
Okay.
and you have, a skill tree.
Yeah.
So narrow AI, that's like specializing in one skill, like maybe archery. You get to be incredibly accurate, but you don't really have any other abilities.
Okay.
So like a specialist, but not well-rounded.
Right.
Now, agentic AI, that's like branching out a little more.
Okay.
You're learning related skills that can help you with your goals. So maybe you pick up sword fighting, lock picking, makes you a little more adaptable.
Okay.
But you're still really far away from mastering every skill.
Right. Okay. So where do AGI and superintelligence fit into this analogy then?
Okay, so AGI is like having a balanced skill tree across all of the different areas, right?
Yep.
So it's mimicking that human-like intelligence. You're good at a lot of different things. But then superintelligence, that's maxing out every single skill on that tree.
Whoa.
It's exceeding human capability in like every single way.
That's a little intimidating.
It is.
So are we saying that agentic AI is like a stepping stone to creating this all-powerful AI overlord?
Well, it's not quite that simple. I mean, we're still in the early stages of this, right? It's a powerful tool, but it's not sentient or conscious. It's
Right.
still a product of, human design and programming. And it's got a long way to go before we reach any of those, like, hypothetical scenarios.
So agentic AI is the stepping stone,
Yeah.
but we're pretty far from the top of that skill tree still.
Yeah, exactly. And the real question is, how do we want to shape that development? Like, what kind of future do we want to build with all of this?
That's a big question. And speaking of like real-world applications, I mean, where can we actually see this making a difference like right now?
One area where it's showing a lot of promise is in healthcare.
Okay.
Imagine AI that can analyze, like, your genetic data,
Uh-huh.
your lifestyle, medical history to create a personalized preventative healthcare plan.
Wow.
So it's minimizing your chances of getting, chronic diseases.
It's like having a personal AI doctor that knows you better than you know yourself.
Another exciting area is in autonomous vehicles. We're already seeing, cars with those driver assistance systems
Yeah.
that can navigate highways and city streets, like, really well.
What about those AI-powered personal assistants that we all use? I mean, they're getting pretty smart. Would you consider those agentic AI?
I think those are more like the precursors to agentic AI.
Okay.
I mean, they can handle specific tasks like setting reminders or playing music,
Yeah.
but they don't have that autonomy and that adaptability to really be considered agentic.
So they're like the training wheels for the real deal.
Exactly. I mean, as research and development continue, we can expect to see a lot more sophisticated and autonomous AI systems
Yeah.
in, like, the coming years,
For sure.
like in areas like finance, transportation, even scientific research.
That's incredible. This is all so fascinating, but I have to admit, it's a little overwhelming. I mean, if we're creating these super powerful AI systems, how do we make sure that they stay under our control? I mean, how do we avoid that sci-fi scenario where the AI turns against humanity?
I mean, those are really valid concerns.
Yes.
And they underscore the importance of careful planning, thinking about ethics and doing research on those safety mechanisms.
So it's not just about building the technology, it's about building in, like, the guardrails.
Exactly, exactly. One crucial thing is to make sure that, the goals and values that we embed into these systems are aligned with our own.
Okay.
So we need to be really clear about what we want these systems to do and how we want them to operate.
So it's like giving the AI a moral compass.
In a way, yeah. And we have to design these systems with, like, transparency and explainability in mind.
Right.
So we need to understand how they're making decisions
Right.
and be able to check up on their actions.
So no black boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to be able to see what's going on under the hood and how this AI is thinking.
Exactly. It's also important to build in mechanisms for, like, human oversight
Okay.
and intervention so that we can step in and correct course if it starts to deviate from its purpose.
So like an off switch, just in case things go wrong.
More like a steering wheel and brakes, right? We want to be able to guide the AI, not just, shut it down.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. So it sounds like developing this responsibly requires a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just computer scientists, it's not just engineers, but, ethicists, policymakers, maybe even just, the general public.
Absolutely. It's a challenge that requires, like, a collective effort.
Yeah.
We need to be talking about this, collaborating, and, having a shared commitment to making sure that this is good for humanity.
It's like we're all in this together, navigating this new world of AI.
Precisely. And the choices we make today, they're going to shape the future of AI and how it impacts our world.
I'm starting to get a sense of just how big agentic AI could be. But let's get specific. You mentioned healthcare, self-driving cars. Now, our guy Robbins, he actually worked with FedEx. So could we apply this to logistics, but like on a massive scale?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Imagine, like, a global network
Okay.
where agentic AI is managing every aspect of it. So it's like forecasting demand, optimizing all those shipping routes, even, like, unexpected disruptions like weather or if a port closes.
So it's like air traffic control, but for all the stuff we buy and sell around the world.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's not just about, like, efficiency. Think about sustainability, too.
Okay.
You could have agentic AI minimizing fuel consumption, optimizing packaging, even predicting and preventing like food spoilage in those shipments.
So it's not just faster and cheaper, it's like the whole system becomes smarter and greener.
Exactly. It's using AI to tackle those really complex, interconnected problems that are just like way beyond what humans can handle on their own.
Now, you mentioned finance earlier. That seems like another area that's ripe for some AI disruption.
Oh, for sure. Imagine an AI that can analyze all the market trends, assess risk in real time,
Hmm.
and manage all your investments based on your financial goals, constantly adapting to, all the changes happening.
So it's like having a personal hedge fund manager, but it's available to everybody.
And it could really level the playing field, right? It gives those sophisticated financial tools and advice to people who might not have had access to that before.
This all sounds amazing, but I have to ask, what about jobs?
Hmm.
If AI is managing supply chains, optimizing finances, even diagnosing patients, what happens to all the people who are doing those jobs right now?
That's a really important question, and it's something that we need to be thinking about, like, right now. The transition to an AI-driven economy. Yeah, it's going to lead to some jobs being displaced, but it's also going to create opportunities for new roles and even entirely new industries.
So it's not just replacing humans, it's redefining what work even looks like.
Exactly. We need to focus on helping people learn new skills and retrain so they have what they need to succeed in this new world.
Sounds like education and being able to adapt is going to be key.
For sure. And it's not just about those technical skills. We also need to be thinking about critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence. Those are the things that make us human. And those are going to be even more important as things become more automated.
So it's not just learning to code, it's learning to think differently, to be more human in this world that's becoming more and more automated.
Exactly. And that brings us back to this idea of shaping AI development in a way that benefits everyone, not just a select few.
It really feels like we're at this crucial point.
Yeah.
The choices that we make now are going to determine what kind of future we build with this incredibly powerful technology.
Absolutely. And those choices, it's not just about the technical stuff. It's about ethics. It's about society. It's about making sure AI is used to make a world that's more equitable, sustainable, and fulfilling for everyone.
This deep dive has been so insightful. I feel like I've gone from, okay, I kind of get AI, to like a much deeper understanding of its potential, the challenges, and how it could change everything.
It's been great exploring this with you. I mean, this is a field that's changing so fast. It's important to stay informed and engaged and just be curious about all the possibilities and responsibilities that come with this incredible technology.
One thing that really sticks out to me is this idea of goal alignment,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that the AI's goals are the same as ours. How do we even do that? Can we really predict and control something that's constantly learning and adapting?
That's the big challenge, right? It's not about creating an AI that just blindly follows orders.
Right.
It's about designing something that can understand and adapt to our needs and values as they change.
So it's less about programming rules and more about instilling some kind of shared purpose.
Exactly. And that takes a lot of ongoing research, collaboration, and being willing to learn from what works and what doesn't.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Yeah.
Well said. I think it's time to wrap up this part of our deep dive. This has been a really thought-provoking look at a technology that could change everything.
It really has. And I hope that our listeners are inspired to, learn more about Agentic AI, explore those possibilities, and help shape its future in a positive way.
It's kind of humbling,
Yeah.
We're not just talking about code and algorithms, we're talking about shaping the future, like coexisting with something that could totally change what it even means to be human.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. It really shows why we need to have a bigger conversation about this whole agentic AI thing, one that goes beyond just the technical stuff and gets into the societal and even philosophical implications.
So it's not just what we can do, but what we should do.
Exactly. And that's where you come in, dear listener. We've laid out the potential, the risks, the challenges. So now the question is, what part do you want to play in all of this?
It's easy to feel like all this big tech stuff is just happening to us, Like we're just along for the ride. But you're saying we actually have a choice in this, even with AI.
Oh, absolutely. The first thing is stay informed. Don't just go by crazy headlines or what you see in sci-fi movies. You got to dig deeper. Read articles from sources you can trust. Follow researchers and organizations that are, dedicated to developing this stuff responsibly.
Okay, so knowledge is power, even when we're talking about AI. But where do we even start? There's so much information out there, it's overwhelming.
Start by asking yourself some questions, like what are your hopes and concerns about this? What problems do you think it could solve? What are you worried could go wrong? Once you kind of figure out what you're interested in, you can start looking for information and having real conversations about it.
So it's not about becoming an AI expert overnight. It's about finding those parts that click with you.
Exactly. And don't underestimate just talking about this stuff with your friends, family, coworkers. The more we share our perspectives, the better we'll be able to figure this all out together.
Like building a roadmap for the future of AI, one conversation at a time.
That's a great way to put it. And remember, it's not just about listening and learning, it's about speaking up. Contact your elected officials, go to public forums, support organizations that are working to make sure AI is developed ethically.
So it's not just reading the news, it's making the news. We need to be active in this, not passive.
Right. And never stop asking questions, challenge assumptions, think critically, and demand transparency from the people who are creating and using these powerful technologies.
This deep dive has been a wild ride. From the technical details of how agentic AI works to the big ethical and societal questions it raises.
It's been fantastic exploring this with you. And to everyone listening, remember, the future of AI isn't set in stone. It's being shaped right now by the choices WE make, the conversations WE have, the actions WE take. So stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay engaged.